sexy voice, Appleby. Come on.
Why would you ask him to do that?
He's kind of like perv and sexy at the same time. What's up, everybody?
We call that scrotum rattling.
Oh, wow.
Is it a problem?
Oh, no, Elvis. You just woke everyone up.
You're rattling Fergie's scrotum. Welcome back to the show, guys.
I do have some big scrotum, let me tell you. You don't want to mess with me.
I'm not messing with you. You got your new boots on. Are these part of your new collection, or are those just the ones that you wear?
These are Louboutins, and I wear them for you.
Those are FME boots.
The thigh-high suede boots.
Yeah.
Black and black, very New York.
I know, but how tall are those heels?
Gosh.
Give me
They're
some
about
inches.
6 inches.
Yeah.
Taboo says he has higher heels than that.
Yeah. They're called taboo deltas. And they're high. They're very high.
They're high tops.
How do you do it?
You're going to start spraying
Nice
rumors,
plug, yeah.
Tab.
I am price, right? Jeez. Well, everyone smells good. Now, how many of you have fragrances out right now?
I do.
Fergie, you're on fragrance too.
And I am wearing, yes.
What's it called?
Outspoken Intense.
And,
Do you like it?
I do.
I just hugged you, by the way, and you smell great.
Thank you.
It's a good fragrance.
It's my second one, and I like it better than my first one.
We had Rihanna in talking about her fragrance, and she says it smells like sex. What does yours smell like?
Oh, no. Mine doesn't smell like sex.
What does it smell like? It's inspired by...
It's a fruity floral, and it's got star fruit in it. That's the fruit note, which is one of the fruits that we always get in our hotel rooms in Asia. It's a really beautiful fruit, and it reminds me of tour, and it's a fruity floral. What would you describe it as?
It's just very sexy. It's not sex, but it's sexy.
Thanks.
So it smells like a woman.
Like kind of kiwi.
Well, maybe I like kiwis.
I'm going to come up with a fragrance called I Crapped My Pants. Because it's inspired by being nervous.
Right, but it's got a little bit more of a fruity punch than my first one. It's kind of that, it represents that adrenaline rush that you get right before going on stage.
Okay, that would be I Crap My Pants for me.
Oh, okay.
Taboo, were you lying? Because you smelled good. You said that was your own fragrance. Are you kidding about that?
My fragrance is called In the Matrix, Live from the Matrix, and it's basically, it's a sexual fragrance when you want to get in the mood.
He is pulling on
Aphrodisiac?
he is pulling on
He's
But what are you wearing? Because you do smell.
You smell great.
You smell great.
Thank you.
He always has been into the.
Did you scrub
Body
up
Works.
today?
Yeah, Bath and Body Works.
There you go.
Cover watermelon.
I'm wearing mac and cheese today.
Okay, now with that in the heels, those rumors are going to be flying.
No, let 'em fly. Appleby, if you had a fragrance out, what would it be? Come close to the mic so I can hear you.
I know which one he wears.
Go ahead, Ferg. What is it?
Blue.
Yeah.
And he says it like.
Bluish. It'd be like, I don't know, maybe apple cinnamon flavor.
Like a pie?
Yeah.
That's very soothing.
Like an apple pie.
That's right.
I'm wearing apple pie.
Warmer, yeah.
All right,
warmer,
Will.i.am,
yeah.
what would you have? Your fragrance would be what?
Oh gosh.
My fragrance. I don't really like fragrances.
Yeah, you like the whole natural smell?
No, I
You could
just
go
like,
with that.
I like, natural Johnson & Johnson. Like, baby lotion.
All right.
Oh.
See, you
Baby
can emulate
powder?
that. You can rip them off and just call it your fragrance.
I think you like baby oil.
No, that's too. That messes up your clothes. Baby oil.
It's true.
You gotta let it penetrate, though. You gotta do it like there's a method to the madness.
Yeah.
When you're in the shower right after, and then you let it soak in.
See, well, no, my thing is,
This is turning
I always
into a
put
whole
on.
thing.
I always put on lotion. After the fact, I forgot. Like, I take a shower, put my clothes on. Oh shucks, forgot to put on lotion. Then I take my shirt off to put lotion on.
He's been working out. He's been working out.
No, I move too fast. I forget to do the little things like put lotion on. That's why my hands are ashy. So,
You need a checklist. The post-shower checklist. It's no problem.
no, because I'm always on the go. I'm on the go, on the go all the time. On the go.
You guys are always on the go. As a matter of fact, when you came in, they said, you guys got to hurry. Ask important questions because they got a schedule to keep. I mean, so far we've really talked about some very deep
really running around
issues.
here.
We covered lotion and fragrances, so this
All
is
right.
good.
Well, time's up. Gotta go. Bye.
Oh, wait, I have an important question. What's it like living with your husband, Josh Duhamel, after he won the best burp on the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards?
I have to correct you. That was the arm fart
Oh,
competition.
that's right. It was the arm fart.
Yeah.
Charming.
He is
We're
the champ.
accepting that trophy any day now. It's very nice. And yeah, it's great. But let's talk about Central Park.
Okay, that's next on my
Because this
list.
is exciting
As you
for
know,
us.
Robin Hood Foundation here in New York there's nothing that can touch it.
There's nothing that can touch that in America.
Yeah, well, and maybe the world. This organization, of course,
Really in the anti-poverty.
battling poverty in New York
In
City.
New York,
I mean, who has the guts to try to do that first and foremost?
The Black Eyed Peas.
But then you get the Robin Hood Foundation. Of course, it was started by a bunch of really rich guys. But now
They've
it's
touched over 650,000 people.
Absolutely.
And it's really amazing what they do.
and now everyone's involved, from
Yeah.
rich to poor, people that want to help and make a difference here in New York.
So June 9th, we have a free concert that we're doing. And you can only get tickets through a lottery at the website, which is, I believe, blackeyedpeas.robinhood.org,
You got it right.
I believe.
You've been doing your homework first.
Yep, and you can also win them through Z100.
You can win them here on our show.
Yeah.
54,000 tickets will go through the lottery. And once again, it's blackeyedpeas.robinhood.org. You can't just show up. You got to have a ticket.
Yeah, you gotta have a ticket.
The cool thing is, it's in Central Park. So there's got to be a way to hide in a tree or something where I don't have to have one of these tickets. I'm going to find a way.
Yeah, so we're asking for donations, and it's all about helping New York, and what better place to do it? Central Park, have a concert, celebrate the beauty of New York.
But Robin
It's gonna
Hood
be fun.
Foundation, talk to me about your impressions of Robin Hood Foundation. Robin Hood Foundation.
I remember the first time I ever heard about Robin Hood. They asked us to do a show for a fundraiser. So Jimmy Iovine calls and says, "Hey, Doug Morris wants you to go do a thing for Robin Hood." What is that? He's like, "It's a great organization. They raise so much money for kids in New York." So we went, and I was so blown away by the event. It was so magical. The people that were there in the room, the amount of money they raised that one night, it was just amazing. Amazing.
Of course, Executive Director of Robin Hood, David Saltzman. Robin Hood Foundation's been around in New York for how long?
23 years.
Why was it started?
It started because a few of us felt that we had a moral obligation to help our neighbors who found themselves struggling through hard times. We've all gone through them. We all have needed a helping hand at one point or another. Right now, 2.3 million of our neighbors in New York City live in poverty.
Now, what does poverty mean?
So for a family of four, it's under $27,000 a year in earnings, right? And we know the cost of living in New York City is sky high. So out of that money, you have to pay rent, you've got to pay for food, you've got to make sure your kids are educated, make sure that everybody has clothes. Think of this. 52% of the babies born in New York City last year were born into poverty, right here in our city. That's why we're so appreciative at Robin Hood for everything that the Black Eyed Peas are doing, and Z100's doing, and that Chase is doing, so that we can come together, form a community to help one another.
See, the thing about New York is we all sort of look. It's not an easy place to live. It's not. It doesn't matter how rich or poor you are. It's a struggle to live here. It really can be. We enjoy all that New York City offers us because there's no other place like it in the world. And you can go from street to street where you have $50 million mansions on a corner here, and the next street you have someone living on the street with not even a dinner to have. What are your thoughts, if you wanted to give me some random thoughts, guys, about walking through the streets, impressions that have been made on you about New York City, and how this is an opportunity to really help out the city that we owe so much to.
Well, this isn't helping some person that's halfway across the world. This is somebody that you walk by every day. It's personal. It's about the love of New York.
Excellent. Once again, 54,000 tickets. It's kind of a lottery in a way. But they're all free. blackeyedpeas.robinhood.org. Beginning May 11th. It's done by random giveaway. Of course, the big show is going to be June 9th in Central Park. Sponsored by Chase.
Yes, sir.
Sponsored by Chase.
You say that so well.
Hey, I love it. They own my apartment. I've got to be nice to them. It's a free but ticketed event. All the information up and running now. Z100.com, of course. But the lottery, as I said, blackeyedpeas.robinhood.org, and we'll have that link for you up at Z100.com.
I'm terrified about slowing down and relaxing.
Yeah, I don't know how to live at home.
Because
I'm just the female of the group.
The cycle
I like to cook.
The cycle of you being relevant, it's just too fast. You leave for 30 seconds, you've missed the whole planet. So you gotta stay in it or have somebody connected to it, because you're gonna get swapped out. There's room for one of you.
So what you're saying is you're afraid of being irrelevant. You're afraid, not afraid, but you're concerned about your relevance level dropping some.
No, so let's think about them all. I have no disrespect to the people that I'm gonna mention, but I used to like Herbie Lovebug, right? He used to produce for Salt and Pepper. He used to produce for Kwame. Where did he go? Teddy Riley.
He took a vacation, and that's what happened?
No, Teddy Riley was relevant. Yeah. Put him out. He put him out. And then, where'd he go?
Right.
You know, Pharrell Williams. Everywhere. And then, where'd he go? To me, the where you go, you gotta be in it. Whether you're making music, or you're doing something in film, or you're doing something, you know, socially, you're doing something design-wise, right? Your philanthropic work, all that stuff, you gotta stay in the mix to provide some type of, you know, insight or inspiration to the youth. Because I was that kid that looked to Herbie Lovebug. I was that kid that looked to Teddy Riley. I was that 26-year-old. It's like, yo, I want to rock it like Diddy and Pharrell, right? So now that we've been sustaining this for 11 years, pretty long to have an 11-year run being relevant on Top 40 Radio. Don't count, if you want to count the ones in 1995 when we first started the P's.
Well, they're no longer here, most
right?
of them.
So from 2003 to 2000 now, it's pretty special to be relevant that long.
It's an intense ride, the ride of relevance, and I'm not making fun of this. I mean, in any career, especially in show, you're gone the next. To have a career that is a successful career for so long, it's unusual. I mean, it's not the norm. It really isn't. Not for that many artists.
We're very blessed.
Yeah.
And I think that, each individual has different priorities in their life, and each person in the industry or not has to be true to those priorities within themselves.
Yeah, it's a balance. I have my wife and my kids that I have to balance, and my wife and me talk about the situation that Will's touching on as far as being relevant and knowing that I want to work hard now so I don't have to work hard later. Do as much as I can
You want to go on
now.
vacation with
Because
kids.
I started early. I had a kid at 18 years old. Yes, I am Latino, so I started very young.
I didn't say anything.
We're probably
You look at me like,
cousins.
you-
Who knows?
You're a young person. Yeah, I had a kid at a young age, but the reality is I took the responsibility, and I know what I have to do as a father and as a husband, but also my duty to my group and to my craft, and it's just a thin line of responsibilities and priorities, and that's how I live.
Have you guys seen the SNL sketch with the Taboo and Apple D.App show?
All right, just don't say your name.
Well, on this sketch, they make it seem like Taboo and Apple D.App are just completely pushed to the side, and Fergie and Will get all the attention. Do you guys have an awkward conversation after a sketch like that? Do you enjoy a sketch like that?
We laughed.
Yeah, it was
You all
funny.
laughed?
You have to look at the fact that they're talking about us. It's funny. It's tongue in cheek.
Hey, now everybody knows Apple the app, and I am in the black app. Just don't say her name.
That party was like, we say, will.i.am. My name is Apple D. It's short for Apple Double Double.
Yes, and I have to say, I may look vaguely Asian, but I'm Mexican.
So it's good to hear. It's flattering.
Just to clarify.
And I know the lyrics. Tonight's the night.
Central Park's the place to be. June 9th. Central Park in the middle of the planet. Thanks to our friends at Chase. It's going to be an amazing concert, totally free. Of course, supporting Robin Hood, the Robin Hood Foundation. And if you want to be involved, it's simple. blackeyedpeas.robinhood.org. Not only can you enter the lottery to try to get one of these 54,000 tickets to come be a part of this. It will be an historical event. But also, there's other ways to help out, too, if you can't make it to the concert. Once again, it's blackeyedpeas.robinhood.org. Beginning May 11th, that's when that 54,000 ticket lottery will begin. Guys, thank you so much for coming in here.
Thank you. Thank you, Elvis.
Absolutely so nice to have you here. And you all smell really, really nice.
Yeah.
And I am in a black eyed peas.